Days of Our Lives recap for Friday, February 12, features Kate destroying Vivian, Charlie trying to kill his mom, and Ciara catching a massive break. Ben spent his morning trying to convince Claire that his ability to recite Romeo and Juliet lines was a result of sharing a dream with Ciara. She wanted to believe him, but he sounded like a loon. How could Ciara and Ben possibly meet in dreamland? She suggested they seek out sorta psychic Susan for clarity. Meanwhile, Ciara caught the break of the century when Rhodes went out on a date and left his phone behind. She quickly grabbed a wire coat hanger, jimmied it under the door, and slid the phone her way. She called Ben the second the cell was in her hands. Rafe delivered bad news to Nicole. Charlie was getting off on the rape charges. It was a case of he said, she said, and there was nothing he could do. Nicole rolled her eyes, along with every single woman watching the show. The good news is, he will go down for the kidnapping. Speaking of Charlie, he had no intentions of going to jail, at least not for kidnapping. He showed up at the hospital to get rid of Ava once and for all. The mother and son went back and forth until Charlie had enough and put his hands around Ava's neck. His murder plan was derailed by Rafe. Nicole, Rafe, and Ava agreed she should not be alone when she leaves the hospital. Charlie was much too disturbed for Ava's safety. Nicole suggested her friend move in with Rafe. As for Charlie, he did try to make that call to Claire. Her phone was ringing just as she bumped into Charlie at the park. Over at the police station, Vivian continued with her weird charade, but Kate was not having it. Kate set out to expose the truth at all costs. Talking, begging, and even slinging accusations did not work, so Kate pulled out the big guns. She and Jake made out in front of her. That did it. Vivian broke character right then and there. Days of Our Lives airs weekdays on NBC. Check your local listings for airtimes.